Interesting. Interesting first two episodes. It's actually both of them were pretty exciting episodes. So it's off to like an action-packed start, which is good.
Yeah, a lot more action this time around than the previous season.
Yeah, which I'm happy about. I'm glad to see it moving along and things ramping up.
Yeah, like the previous season, it was hardly much action.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, you get like the action like in the second episode per effectively, but
Mm.
this time each episode had a lot of action.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so that's much better, I think. In terms of pacing, the
Yeah,
pacing is much better compared to season one.
and some hilarious moments as well.
Yeah, it's quite some, yeah, interesting, funny characters as well that they've introduced.
And
Yeah.
yeah, and apparently they can't fly.
They can't
Yeah,
fly the X-Wing. Not X-Wing, the TIE fighter.
yeah, it's
I
so funny though.
think that
Andor
might be a
himself
TIE
could barely fly.
interceptor. Yeah, I
It took
think
him
that
a
was an interceptor.
while. Yeah, took him a while to figure it out. There was definitely that was hilarious actually. The first part where he was trying to get it out of the hangar and he just kept on bumping into everything.
Yeah, but he
Fun.
actually did the most common thing that most do when learning.
Mm.
And I think they kind of took that as well because the first thing that happens is going backwards. Like,
Yeah, accidentally reverse.
like how often does that happen in the shows where they don't know how to like drive
Yeah.
or like fly? They go backwards at the wall,
Yeah.
and they just did it in this one, so
Mm.
it's common.
Or he accidentally pressed the lasers instead of you know instead of trying instead of the driving out or flying out.
Yeah, that is that's absolutely funny.
Mhm. But looks like Cassian's got the hang of it at the end there. He's finally got it.
Yeah, he
So
probably took a while before he figured it out,
yeah,
but it does seem like he did figure it out a lot faster than those other guys.
yeah. Nah, I mean, I suppose because he's an actual pilot himself, he eventually,
He figured it out. Like once
figured it
he
out very
got the
quickly.
ropes, he figured it out.
Yeah,
But before that, he was like completely clueless as well.
yeah. Yeah, he's a quick learner though.
Mm.
Mm. And interesting to see that now that the wedding's sort of gone ahead um, for Mon Mothma's daughter, and sort of
Mm.
seeing that interaction between her and Luthen, Vel, all the sort of players of the Rebel Alliance sort of together. That was quite an interesting sort of dynamic.
Yeah.
And I wonder what Tay wants from her.
And everyone was looking for Cassian.
Yeah. And nice to see that Bix is sort of almost sort of pretty much back to normal, because she'd sort of, you know, um, pretty much lost her mind at the end of season one, when they were escaping.
Mm.
And it seems like she's sort of almost back to normal now. She's sort of recovered a lot from that, even if she's still getting like nightmares. But yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, there's
So
actually a lot of characters there.
yeah,
I'm kind of
you're
because
still trying to
I
remember
can't quite remember
who is who.
who's related to who, what's the motivations of the different characters.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult. Like this one, they've had like so much, like so many layers.
Hmm.
I yeah, I don't think it's a show meant for like kids. It
Yeah, it's a
it's
bit
a bit too
complex.
confusing and yeah, complex. Correct.
There's a lot of different storylines as well, even in the on the Empire side with Dedra, Krennic, and what they're planning to do
Mm.
on Gorman.
Yeah.
That whole mission or project that she's been assigned.
Yeah.
It's
And
quite
we do see
interesting.
a lot more of Krennic this time around as well.
Yeah. So he's definitely getting much more involved. Dedra's getting much more involved in, you imperial sort
Yeah,
of strategy.
yeah.
Whereas
Like,
before, she didn't really get involved at that level, and
mm,
she's now like part of like an inner circle.
mm.
So it's kind of like almost like a promotion in a way, um, that she's being trusted more by Krennic.
Here's a list of all the characters.
Mm.
The Cassian Andor, so that's where we get the Andor title.
Yeah. So we know
So
that.
raised as an orphan.
And then we remember Stellan, the Sluthen. He was the one who recruited Cassian in the first place, brought him into the Rebel Alliance.
Mm.
Yeah, so he is one of the orchestrators of the Rebel Alliance,
Yeah,
working alongside Mon Mothma.
of course, Mon Mothma.
Yep,
He's a
enlisted
character
Andor. Yes.
that we're already aware of from previous Star Wars films because we've already heard of Mon Mothma before,
Yeah, yeah, we know Mon Mothma.
as a key
Yes.
player in the
So
Rebel Alliance.
she's yeah, her role as a politician and ultimately forming the Rebel Alliance.
Mm.
So that's what we're getting here. Backstory.
Mm.
Yep.
Bix. So this character
Versus what
Bix
Dick's coming back, so that's
is a
good.
resident of Ferrix who grew up alongside Cassian. Bix and Cassian have a long history as close friends
Mm.
and possibly romantic undertones.
Mm.
Okay. So she was Margaret of Ferrix.
Yeah, so Kellen got her off. Kellen Brasso got her off Ferrix before the whole thing sort of went down. Um,
Mm.
but yeah,
Yeah.
And then this
and of
guy,
course
Kyle, Cyril,
Cyril
Cyril,
Khan, who was
Deputy Inspector of Primor,
he's
an
back.
Empire affiliated security company.
He was the one who insisted on investigating the death of those officers that were killed by Cassian
Uh,
in the beginning, which
Mm.
happened in the pilot episode, and he was the one who insisted on really investigating it,
Mm.
even though he was told to drop it. So he's quite persistent. Um, so it looks like he's yeah,
yeah, he's
Yeah.
obsessed with catching Cassian.
Mm.
yeah. So he never gave up on trying to catch
And
her.
then this guy, Dedra
Dedra,
Miro,
Yeah, so many players like were.
is a driven, intelligent person who works in the Imperial Security Bureau.
so she's just as driven as Cyril as well. They're very similar in that sense.
Yeah. And then we got Orson Krennic.
Then we've got Krennic.
Yeah, who looks older now than when he did in the movie, which I don't think they could fix anything with that anyway.
Yeah.
In like proper acting, it's like he is actually older now than he was like
Mm.
from Rebel One.
Rogue One.
Rogue
Rogue
One.
One, yeah,
Yeah.
Rogue One.
Yes. So he's got more screen time, I think.
I mean,
Yeah,
He'll
Endor is set just before Rogue One, isn't it? So,
yeah, it said before,
hmm,
that's why they're still alive now.
yeah,
yeah,
But
it's a
we know
prequel.
what will happen.
yeah, we know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. So Alan Tudyk is the voice of this.
K2S Queso? Yeah.
So it's the same again
K2,
because he did it in Rogue One as well.
yes. Oh,
Like he's back.
it was not in season one, but was in Rogue One.
Yeah, but
Yeah, he was in
he's
Rogue
coming
One.
back. If he's coming back,
So
then
he's probably gonna
as a
be in
character.
season two, yeah.
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 Oh, and then we got all these other ones.
And then of course we've got Saul Guerrero.
Oh, so they probably introduce that droid in season two then if he's coming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because when we see him in Rogue One, he's already like a main.
Mm.
He was
Mm,
like already main.
yes.
But it looks
So
like, well, we haven't seen episode three, but maybe that's when he,
maybe episode three, yeah.
maybe
Because
Yeah,
that's why
the
he's,
way that it's being I guess structured is that every three episodes make up one chapter. So
yeah.
we got like it's a bit like the when life gives you tangerines where they got like four chapters.
Mm.
So you got
oh yeah,
like four like three episodes per chapter.
Yeah.
yeah,
Where I think tangerines had like four episodes per chapter.
yeah. 4 episodes of like an hour or so long.
Yeah, so it's like 16, whereas this one is 12. But
Mm.
that's how all these articles are structuring it. So they're
Yeah.
taking
They're
taking
following the same
all
So
structure.
three as a
in
whole.
chapters instead of episodes.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. And so it's a bit hard to look at Easter eggs and stuff because
Mm.
they they're taking all three episodes
All at once. So
all at once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
a bit hard for us because we don't have much time to watch all three in one go.
Mm.
Yeah, that's right. So,
But it's still fun
Mm.
overall.
Mm.
But then we
yeah.
but then we can't really get into speculations of what happens in the next episode because it's already out, but
It's
we haven't
already
watched it
out.
yet.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
We just haven't watched it yet, but
Yeah.
um, we'll have a look at the two next Zoom session. So,
Yeah, we're kind of behind, at least
Yeah.
with one, two,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll be behind several episodes once we get to the end.
Mm.
Yep. But overall, so far it's a
I'm
lot.
enjoying it. Yeah, I like both episodes.
I think it's a lot better than the first season.
Mm.
Still got its, politics.
Yeah.
It is, I mean, it is a political show, but
Yeah.
it's got a bit
Yeah.
more action.
For me, it has a lot more of that action and intrigue, and the pacing is really ramped up. So I feel like
Yeah.
it's more exciting. It's going to be the more exciting sort of season.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, don't forget, Andor season one is, I think, I think it is actually ranked as one of the best Star Wars series ever,
yeah.
according to like critics.
Yeah. I guess they like the slow
They
burn,
really like it. Yeah.
like
Mm.
because there's a lot of character development.
Yeah.
Um,
Like some people will like a slow burn. I particularly do enjoy some, but there's a bit of a balance to that as well. For me, that was way too much of a slow burn, so I didn't really like it so much.
yeah.
Look at this. Season one had 96%
Mm.
critics.
That's quite,
Mm.
a very high score.
Yeah.
That's a very, very high score.
And so far, season two, I think it's also, oh, maybe it doesn't have yet.
Yeah, probably not yet
I
because they'll
think
probably do
because
it for
it's
the
too
whole
early.
whole one.
Well, they do have like, mm,
I mean, there are some early reviews, I
oh
suppose.
yeah, they do have it. 96.
No,
Yeah,
that's still quite good.
still really good. Yeah.
Mm.
Especially now when it's really hard to like keep any rating above like a certain amount.
Mm.
Like
That's,
if you get like an 80, 90, it's like amazing,
Yeah,
right?
anything above 90, you should be happy with, really. Like, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good score.
yeah.
And then you get When Life Gets You Tangerines, which actually went up in score from the previous week.
Oh yeah, I think it's 100. Yeah. 99.
It's 100 now. Like what the heck?
It is?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's quite a climb.
Like I don't know any other series that could do that.
Yeah, 100. Huh? But yeah, not too many. Doesn't say how many people. Mm.
Mm.
But anyways, back to the show.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So
I find it, yeah, much more exciting. And yeah, I like the fact that, we've got the returning characters back
Yep,
again
yep.
and
But
seeing some interesting twists as well. Um, looks like, Tay's demanding more money from Mon Mothma, maybe.
mm,
Hmm.
all right, maybe we should just get to the scores then. Given it's past midnight.
yeah, really short on time.
Yeah, I love both episodes. I give both episodes 8. Like
Mm.
they're both pretty good to me. Yeah, it definitely makes you want to look towards next episodes and see how things go. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, in a way it's hard because I think we're meant to see
all
all
three.
three as a whole, as in
Yeah,
chapter one.
Yeah, but it's a bit
Yeah.
difficult for us to do that.
Well, so
because
all we
we're
can do is like, okay, yeah,
we're a bit
so
short on
far.
time, so that's why we could only do two tonight. But I'm so looking forward to the next few episodes. So yeah, really off to a good start, I think.
Hmm.
Andor season 2.
Yeah.
Did Jeff watch it at all?
Jeff, how did you
Mm.
how did you go?
Just bits and pieces of it. Yeah, I think I'll give it an 8 as well. Just yeah, so bits and pieces. I think it's pretty good. I'll catch up a bit on the next one. Yeah.
Mm.
So cool. Yeah.
Hmm. Will or
What do you
sleeping?
think, Bill?
Well, there? You?
No.
Hey,
Hmm.
the Marcus on?
Marcus?
Uh,
What do you think?
yeah, it's I do like it. I do like. It's just that I I think I'm because it's been so long since the first season, so I'm just trying to remember who everyone is, who's what their motivations are,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a
how they're
good
related
point
to
because it's
each
like
other. Yeah.
several years. Like, how long has it been?
Yeah.
Oh, a few years.
Yeah, several years.
So I think you probably should watch the season 1 recap just to refresh
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe. And maybe the recap is like a bit long as well.
But I do like it. Yeah, I do like how it looks as well.
Mm,
Um, it's very, yeah, it is definitely the most political Star Wars show,
mm,
but I think it does also have a good balance of action as well. And it is kind of funny as well at times, especially what we all already mentioned, the fact that he can't pilot the
mhm,
the TIE fighter.
Yeah, and
mhm.
it's not just the TIE fighter that she can handle. Even everyone on the planet
Mm,
couldn't figure it out
yeah.
either.
Yeah.
Because
And they
they've
were
never
like,
encountered that before, that type of ship.
yeah,
Because
and they were just bickering like crazy. Like, what? Like, no proper leadership.
Mm.
well, they had a leader, Maya, but she died. Um, so I think Cassian actually knew Maya
Yeah.
or had at least heard of her.
Yeah, so yeah, I'll give the same as like Steph, like about 8 for both.
Hmm.
But again, as I also was saying, right, like it's a bit hard now because they're meant to be grouped as one thing, like one
Mm,
chapter,
yeah.
but we've only seen two.
Mm,
So maybe our score might be higher if we've seen all three.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with that.
yeah.
Yeah, so. Anyway,
Yep.
Jono.
Yep. For me, again with episode 3, we haven't seen it, but so far it's like we could see how it's become more political still.
Mm.
Like season 1, it dealt a lot politically, so it was a lot slow and a really long slow burn.
Mm.
But this one, yeah, you do get a lot more action. We do get a bit more filler of explaining what's happening. But then again, there's a lot of character development, a lot of movements with all the characters. So effectively, it has become a lot harder to follow. Like some characters, I don't even remember who was who now. It's
Yeah. Mm.
like who is this guy or that guy? Like who is the guy who got married? Oh,
Yeah. You sort of can't go into season 2 blind. Like you have to watch season 1, I think, to
yep,
really understand what's going on. Otherwise you'd just be lost.
yep,
Um, so it's really, yeah, I think that you do need to watch season 1. It's
yep.
not something you can go in blind. Yeah.
And even if you have watched season 1, you could be still quite confused. Like
Because it's been some time
it
since.
has been some time. And as well, there's so many characters, it's so hard to follow if it's not part of the main.
Yeah, season 1 was 2022, so it's been 3 years, almost 3 years. Yeah.
But overall, so far, I'd probably give both of them about a 7. Could be higher if we
Mm.
included episode 3.
We'd seen, yeah, the third episode.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. A lot of comedy, fun.
Yeah, I'm glad that they've kept that sense of humor as well, because they did have that in season 1 as well.
Mm.
But
I'll share with you something
it
kind
didn't
of.
get too serious, you know. So
I'll share with you something quite interesting because this relates to what we just said. So according to people, episode 3 is really good. So if we had seen 3, we probably may have given it a higher
maybe an
score.
extra point or
So,
something, no?
so we'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see
Because
next week.
everyone seems to have really loved episode 3.
Yeah, yeah, we'll see what happens.
Like,
Okay, so we'll look into that one then next
Yeah.
time.
yeah.
Maybe it's the case that in every chapter, the third episode is it's kind of reminds me of season 1 too, right? There was some kind of pattern where
Yeah,
every
it was
few
like 1, 2, second one is
yeah,
like
yeah, like the action one,
the
right?
action one, the every single digit one. I mean, every odd number is a slow one.
Yeah,
Then every even number was the action one.
action one, yeah.
Mm.
But that's a big, right? Like 73%. That's huge
Yeah,
difference.
that so it could have been higher for many of us if we did
Yeah.
watch episode 3, but we're short on time.
Mm.
Mm.
It's long episodes, bit difficult to watch.
Mm. But we'll get to score episode 3 next time.
Yeah.
Watch when we watch episode 3 and 4
Mm.
together.
Yep. And I might also do my own review on When Life Gives You Tangerines.
Using Gemini.
No, I already did that one. I want to do my own.
Okay. Oh, your own, okay. Not the Gemini AI one.
Oh, that is insane though, still. It's like you could create like AI
Yeah,
conversations, like
do one
podcast.
do one on Andor season episode 1 and 2.
That will be interesting. See what it comes up with.
Yep. Like maybe I'll do that as well. Like recap theories from the first chapter.
Mm.
It's quite quick to create as well. It doesn't take more than like depending on the content, maybe 10 minutes.
Mm.
Because it's deep research and then creating the audio.
Yeah. Okay.